Hadouken!
It's Morphin time! Okay, see, I brought my game. Where's your game?
My game's right here. Boom! Street Fighter.
Okay, so you went literal when I am like, I got T-shirt game. You got video game. Man, well, tonight we are. Well, first of all, welcome to Crazy Card Collecting. I am Lord Cash, being joined by AllThatPat, and it is time to rumble tonight.
It is. Are you ready to rumble?
As always, and as the king says, I will rule you.
Oh man, there are so many like references tonight. Not holds barred. Ready to Rumble itself, yeah, Jimmy King.
Exactly.
He was another character that we made in the wrestling game. We were talking last night about the SmackDown games. He was definitely made in there.
Yep.
I think by our friend Mark.
One of these days, we're going to get him on board.
Absolutely.
So, Mark, I'm looking at you. Bring it. All righty. Well, tonight, AllThatPat has 2 packs of cards. I, Lord Cash, have those packs of cards, and we are going to open them up, and we're going to see who has the better ones. Now, I am bringing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, to the screen. What do you have, AllThatPat?
I am bringing Street Fighter, the movie cards based on Capcom's Street Fighter, the game, not Street Fighter with Sonny Chiba, I believe it was, in 1970s. No martial arts from that. Martial arts fighting JVD.
So my question to all of you at home is, what were you? Were you a Street Fighter fan or a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan? Which were you more? So me personally, it's all about the Power Rangers. I dabbled a little bit with Street Fighter, but it was all about the Power Rangers for me. I watched many of the seasons when it first started out. It was right in my mid-teenage years. I probably shouldn't have watched it, but I did because, it was fun. And then I trailed off a little bit, and then I came back many seasons later, and then I fall off again. But every now and then I scroll through, and I'm like, oh, nice, Power Rangers.
I will say I was more of a Power Rangers fan than Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter, but when it came to fighting games, I was all about Mortal Kombat. So, but I like Street Fighter, but yeah. Definitely.
That is a fair, that would also be, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. I have a feeling I know what would win on that one as well, but yeah. So
now when it came to the movies though, Power Rangers versus Street Fighter the movies, that's a toss up because I think they're both pretty bad, to be honest.
Yeah, they're out there. I saw a meme out there and I was gonna grab a screenshot of it, but it's kind of talking about, kids don't know how it is these days. You're talking about Thanos wiping out, the Avengers. I had to watch 5 episodes of Tommy single-handedly wiping out the original Power Rangers as Rita's, goon before finally, overcoming that. I'm like, that back in the 90s was what was what.
And we apologize for the spoiler there.
I'm sorry. It's, that's like 92.
Yeah,
I think for the statute of limitations on spoilers is a little bit over on that.
Did you know that King Kong falls off the Empire State Buildings and the Titanic sinks? Sorry.
What?
Always got to get that one out.
Oh, my gosh. Then I almost want to go back to like our Americana cards and be like, Abraham Lincoln was shot.
Oh, man. Our last episode of this was quite good. I suggest you go and watch it when we learned about good old Dick Curls.
Think curless.
Whatever.
Well, I'm jumping in. I'm opening up my first pack.
All right.
A little bit on the sticky side, but that's okay.
What company made your cards?
So mine are from, I believe, I was going to say Topps, but I don't know if that's actually accurate. So interesting. So mine are not going to be as good as yours, I think. Only because it says 7 card piece puzzle pack. So it just says Saban Entertainment. It actually doesn't give me a company that they were that they had did. So
Okay. Mine were from Upper Deck.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how many cards are in the set or anything, because like we looked at a lot of cards, over time, and there's like a little piece of information that talks about the rarity and whether or not you could get a binder or something. Mine's nothing. You probably can't see it with the shine, but it's just Capcom. It's just got the copyright. All right. So, it was just kind of cool. I opened my first pack as well. Now, did yours have like detail on the back?
So mine are legit like puzzle pieces.
Really?
So it is. I'm over here trying to figure out how to do this, but I've got it's a different it's different.
Huh.
I don't understand what's going on here.
So mine are basically full graphic images, and there's some information on the back. This is Zangief from the movie. He was the Russian bear from the fighting game. He had to roll a 360 to do a spinning pile driver. I remember I liked him because he was like a wrestler, but I hated using him because he was too slow and I was terrible at him. But what's cool about this is that on the back is like some actual art from the video game itself. Here's some dated information. The Soviet Union right there. Date of birth, 1956. Oh, June 1st. We just missed his birthday.
Oh, happy belated. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Actually, coming up. Anyway. He used to fight for Mother Russia. However, now Zangief fights for anyone who would want to harm General M. Bison. Zangief was rescued from the frigid climate of Siberia by the general, and that is why he believes everything M. Bison tells him. Oh, didn't realize I'm not showing the art. As M. Bison's personal bodyguard and valet, Zangief makes sure his leader's orders are followed to the letter. He is fearless. Although at times he's easily fooled, Zangief can be as slow as he is strong. And as I mentioned, his special move is a spinning pile driver. Actually, it's kind of cool is on the bottom of the card right there, it actually does have like a little hint from playing the game. So I could see that's kind of like a little bit of a cool little piece right there. So if you're collecting the cards, you get a little bit of a hint.
Nice. Well, what is your next card? Just because I'm setting up a card cam because it's going to be hard for me to pick this up.
Right.
Because it's an actual puzzle.
So again, a lot of these cards are basically, like I said, they're actual images from the movie. We have this one right here, which is talking with the enemy. This actually has to do with Cammy, noticing basically when she's meeting Guile. Now, Cammy, I don't understand this. This is really weird. So looking over the body of the dead assassin, Cammy notices the tattoo of Sagat's dreaded Shaolin Tong. Guile is briefed on Sagat's resume, including the fact that he supplies Bison with weapons. Now, I apologize in advance for any Street Fighter nuts out there. The names of these characters are always debated, whether it's Ryu, Ru, or Ryu, Sagat, Sagat, whatever. Just bear with me. It doesn't matter.
Just don't call him Bob and you'll be okay.
Exactly. So it's kind of interesting that this basically is about like a mob attack, but I don't see any of the any particular characters of note in there other than just a fight. Now, I doubt you do, but are you aware of who played the character Cammy in the Street Fighter movie? That's not Cammy, don't worry.
I'm going to say, but that was it a girl?
It was a woman.
Okay.
She was a pop singer. She had some hits in the United States, but she was more well-known in her native country of Australia.
Okay, so then I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say Ming Na Wen, because I know she was also in that.
She's Chun-Li, I believe.
Yes, which of course she's she's got the trifecta going on.
I don't know what that means. I'm sure there's a joke in there.
Well, she's a Disney princess.
Is she?
She plays Mulan. She's the voice of Mulan.
Oh, okay.
She's in Star Wars and Mandalorian. She plays Finnick.
Really?
Yep. And she's also in Marvel. She plays in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm blanking on her name right now, but she's known as the Cavalry.
Huh. Well, Cammy is played by Kylie Minogue.
Okay, yeah. Which she was also in the movie Moulin Rouge, where she was the fairy.
And there is your there's Chun-Li.
Okay.
Right there. And that Chun-Li talking to the late Raul Julia, who had his final acting performance in this movie as M. Bison, the bad guy. He did a good job in this. And the movie had its positives and negatives, more negatives, but basically they had characters like Blanca, who was like this green monster guy, and E Honda, who's a sumo wrestler, and they basically tried to give too much story to characters that didn't have story. I think that was the biggest problem with this game or in the movie. And then we've got this is and it's funny, it's like I have not seen this movie in a while, but we do have them disguised that I believe is Chun-Li with E Honda over here on the far left of the card. They're just in order to get into the palace. What's funny is, so when you play the video game of this, they have like movie clips in it that kind of tell the story in between, and that's actually the most recent that I've seen of this the movie itself. So I'll just go through the rest of these cards. Now, there's actually a lot of words on these cards. It really does kind of go through the storyline, quite honestly. I'll talk about these a little bit later, but I know, like I said, Lord Cash is setting up his cards for his puzzles, basically, for the game. This was a character named DJ, by the way, who had just debuted in the series with Super Street Fighter around this time. He's a Jamaican like Street Fighter. He did a Capoeira. Again, this guy had no real backstory, and they try to shoehorn him into the game, into the movie. This is kind of cool, behind the scenes pic of Jean-Claude Van Damme with the director. Now, now what's kind of funny is we talked a little bit earlier about Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and this is up for a debate. This depends on who you ask. Even the guy that's in Mortal Kombat, Daniel Pesena, the motion captured character for Johnny Cage and Scorpion Sub-Zero. Basically, Mortal Kombat was originally designed to be a game for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay.
That is the rumor and innuendo, and it just depends on who you ask, because the creators of Mortal Kombat will say, yes, that's true. And then some of the guys that were in Mortal Kombat, the game, were like, no, that was not the case. But that's why I can never understand like who's really telling the truth. But the bottom line is, that guy right there, most people believe was actually going to be the main character in Mortal Kombat.
Right.
There's that little connection.
All righty. So here's my cam. Let's go ahead and bring it on up. So that's the puzzle that I have right there, kind of showing them on the planet. They just got their new Ranger powers. So what's nice about this, they have this, and then if you flip it over, while I do this real quick, flip it, you kind of get a little what's what of what this movie or who's going to be in this,
right?
And what's interesting about it, just kind of how it builds up, is then at the very beginning of the movie, they are doing a skydiving.
Okay.
And so let me turn.
It's funny, like I guess I've never seen it. Like, I watched Power Rangers back in the day, but is this the one that had Ivan Ooze?
Yes.
Okay,
so
yeah, I saw the whole thing.
He's got his little wakeboard or whatever, cloud kicker board, as he's doing a little skydiving routine coming down. So this is a 2-pack where it actually has Tommy the White Ranger. So you have this on one side and the other thing on the other side. So
these cards are like set puzzles.
Yeah, they literally, and there's only 4 packs of them, and you will see right on it, it tells you who's on it. The next one's going to be the Tengu Warrior.
Okay.
This one's Tommy. which I find that there's only 4 of them. You think that there would be, at least the 6 of them for your main characters, and then potentially other ones. So, oh mercy! I like what was the Tango Warrior? Those are the bird creatures.
Huh. Well, while you're setting up your puzzle, look what I got. I mentioned E Honda, and no, your camera is not deceiving you. Dun, dun, dun. In the same pack, right on top of each other.
Nice.
Dueling E Hondas. Now, here's the character from the game. Actually, he was one of my favorites because I liked him. But to be honest with you, when they made Street Fighter 2 Turbo, he became incredibly cheap. He has a move called the 100-hand slap, which is kind of exactly what it sounds like. You hit the punch button a lot, and he just starts going like this and like slapping you across the face. He was stationary in the original Street Fighter 2, but as soon as Turbo came out, they made it so your guy can keep moving. So you just corner people and just keep slapping them in the face, and it was stupidly cheesy. But he was born in 1960. He was a foot tall, 6'1" tall, I should say. I think we already caught that. I can actually do this since I have 2 of these same card. I can actually turn one of them. With his quest to become Yokozuna, champion of sumo wrestling, at an end thanks to crime syndicate headed by Victor Sagat and Bison, Honda will only stop once he has quenched his thirst for revenge and returned honor to his house. One of the strongest men in the world, he also is an expert in electronics and gained access into Shao Dalao as the sound technician for Chun-Li Zhang. His special moves including the flying sumo headbutt. General hint, use especially versus slow movers. Move joystick and hold left and then right and any punch button. The distance of the flight is dependent upon the button. Continue with the strong punch. That's his torpedo headbutt. Now, E Honda, a little not maybe racist, but just kind of like, last name Honda. He's Japanese.
Yeah. Maybe.
In Mike Tyson's Punch Out, there's a guy named Piston Honda. I don't know. We drive Hondas, and I don't know if I don't know. Another duplicate card, fantastic, and it was one of the cards that we didn't think was all that interesting. Again, the what the heck?
Duplicates?
Yes, I have 3 of these now. I opened 2 packs, and I got 3 of the same card. Look at this. Come on.
I can honestly say I have 0 duplicates in both of mine.
Well, yours are preset. Out of 2 packs, I just got 3 of the same damn card.
Hey, I can't, make things right for you. That's how my cards came.
Well, thankfully, I'm not trying to collect these all or anything. I got another duplicate. How many of these cards are in this series? My God. Well, these last 2 cards are pretty cool. That's what the Tengu Warrior looked like?
Yep.
And that's Tommy?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is the second pack.
Okay.
So one was Tommy, and then the other one was labeled Tengu Warrior. And then I'm going to flip it over, and there'll be, because there's like literally, there's another design here as I'm flipping and building. That's all right. Yes, it is. That's right, because it's 3 and then 2. Ta-da! So again, right after they kind of get to their planet, they've got to their new Zord powers. So now, do you remember all of the original Zords, and then what they traded up to?
I don't know what they traded up to. I know there was a Triceratops. There was the Black Ranger. It had Was it like a mastodon?
It was the mastodon.
Okay, I know Trini had the pterodactyl, the yellow one.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Was
Pink
there pterodactyl? Who?
Pink was pterodactyl.
Oh,
Kimberly
okay.
had the pterodactyl.
Red was Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So blue and yellow are the ones you're missing.
And blue wasn't the Triceratops?
Blue was Triceratops.
Oh yeah, okay. And then yellow, I thought it was the pterodactyl. I don't know.
Saber-tooth tiger.
Oh, yep. Okay.
So I believe black went to frog. And then you had
Rocky downgrade.
Huh?
Already a major downgrade.
Well, there was a big, like, it was a story plot point. He's like, I don't want to be a frog. Let's see. Rocky the Red Ranger went to the ape. And actually, I think that's all I can remember. I remember there was an ape and there was a frog. I'm looking. I'm kind of cheating here a little bit.
I didn't watch past the first run. I know that for sure, realistically, because I remember Bulk and Skull. And yeah, I didn't watch it much past that.
Fair. I think I trailed off after Turbo. When they had the little kid, the little kid that took over for Billy. So yeah,
okay,
that's about when I. Even though I did watch the Turbo movie, I really didn't watch much of the other stuff.
Gotcha. Well, that's interesting. So these are my last 3 cards for the Street Fighter. Mine were pretty easy to go to the second pack because half of them were duplicates.
Right.
So you got Jean-Claude Van Damme. Interesting enough, this is all about like his is all about himself. Let's see. Actually, all of them. These are actor cards. So it says Van Damme decided to play the role of Colonel William Guile for one important reason: a motion picture with a rating of PG-13, which was a first for Van Damme, meant some of his younger fans could watch him without sneaking into the theater. Apparently, all of Van Damme's movies are rated R prior to this.
All of Van Damme?
Yeah, apparently.
That sounds about right.
Huh. I mean, I know his movies were kind of violent, but I didn't realize they were like R. So he's from Belgium, and he weighs 190 pounds as of 1994.
Okay. So Red Ranger was ape. The black was frog. Blue was wolf. Yellow was bear. And pink was crane.
Okay.
And I believe Tommy stayed the same. He was still tiger.
Okay.
I think. But anyways, that was just I needed to know that.
No, absolutely. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are watching and honestly do want to know, because Power Rangers, I think, was more popular than at least the Street Fighter movie.
Yeah. He becomes the White Tiger Zord.
Right. So Raul Julia did play M. Bison. Yes. He was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and he knew he had acting in his blood. That was the only reason he could leave his first passion, which was a career in law. Interesting. He made his Broadway debut in 1968, but he actually garnered 4 Tony Award nominations. It took 5 different roles for the silver screen before he was able to gain the attention of movie critics. I mostly knew Raul Julia from, of course, Addams Family, in his turn as Gomez Addams. Did a great job in that. Were there any other movies that you knew of Raul Julia that you actually liked? I know there's other movies, like Mississippi Burning was, I think, another one. I'm
trying to think of who played Khan in Star Trek 2.
No, Star Trek 2 Khan was the guy from Fantasy Island.
Yeah,
Montalban, something Montalban.
Yeah, that we're doing awesome on this one.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the similar accent. I don't know if they're both from Puerto Rico, but they did have a similar.
Possible.
Ricardo Montalban, that's what it is.
There we go.
So the last card I have, it's another acting superstar. This guy, I really have no idea if he did anything past Street Fighter. He played T-Hawk. His name is Greg Rainwater from Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
Apparently, he was a soap opera actor. He was on Days of Our Lives, and he was also on a TV show series called The Young Riders. I've never heard of that. I know Days of Our Lives, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no.
Actively.
And
So,
I'm running through
IMDb.
Yeah, and there's really it's Street Fighter and Adam's Family. That's basically what he's known for the majority of people. I'm sure
or Greg Rainwater or whatever.
There's like stuff like Tequila Sunrise, the stuff like that. People might know him for, but yeah.
But are we talking about Raul Julia or Greg Rainwater?
Raul Julia. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. I was gonna say that'd be kind of random if Greg Rainwater was also in Adam's Family.
Nope. That's
so.
I was still going back.
No, you're fine. So overall, I mean, if I had to rate the Street Fighter cards, now I'm not gonna take points off because I got so many damn duplicates. That was just, random luck and happenstance, I guess. I would say the cards are really good quality, honestly. I think that, you got nice full picture images, lots of information on the back, a clear tie-in with the video game at the time, which while the information is not like super important or interesting, that still shows that Capcom and Upper Deck took the opportunity to try to make this. But again, they try to put over the movie very clearly because, again, the descriptions on the back really do tie into it. I would say, again, my rating on these is only tied to like the property, for what they're going for. I would honestly say it's like a 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. The only thing that they're losing points on is that there weren't any specialty cards in the series, no holograms or anything like that. But for what they're going for, I give it a 3. I'll go say 3.5 out of 5. What about for the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger cards?
So the fact that you get 2 different, things, you get a character, puzzle, as well as like a group shot. I was kind of hoping for more. I was actually hoping for actual trading cards. So I didn't read that or understand that it's literally a puzzle pack.
Yeah.
And like it literally tells you which character you're gonna get, whether it's Tommy or the Tengu. And so the fact that I have 0 doubles and I can literally make whatever one or the other as a complete puzzle, it's got a little bit of a thing going for it that way, because again there's a little bit of a completionist that's there. But I would have much rather have had this scene or that scene from the movie. So that kind of like I'm taking a point off. The fact that there is the complete thing kind of gives it a point. So I feel like almost kind of right there in the middle. And then again, they're not really great scenes.
Yeah, kind of him like snowboarding in the sky. Like, what the hell does that have to do with Power Rangers?
Again, and that's just the start of the movie. I get that, but the group shots that they have, like one of them is kind of cool because it's like it almost seems like it's right after they got their powers. But I almost wanted to see like if they would have given like a Zord shot, all their new Zords making the new Megazord. So I'm gonna give like a 2.5.
Okay.
So kind of let down because again I was expecting more of actual cards than puzzle pieces.
Not a puzzle, yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing. We open these random cards and I always stick with the no spoilers. I don't want to ever see what they are, in advance. Right. It's always fun. But yeah, we'll be doing another set of these pretty soon. But it is Monday, and this is our crazy card collecting day. And obviously, thank you for joining us on this. But before you go, what other shows do we have on the New York Nerd Show Network?
That is an excellent question, sir. Allow me to answer. So on Tuesday night, tomorrow, we will be talking about Slam Nation Wrestling. That is our show. We cover what's going on in the world of wrestling. Tomorrow's show will be featuring that of WWE. Occasionally, we will break away from that and talk about what's going on in AEW. So definitely check us to see, what one we're covering. But we're going to be covering WWE because we are gearing up to the Hell in a Cell match. There's been a couple of matches that have been made so far, so we want to definitely talk about that and give our opinions on what's going on with that. Wednesday night, we have the Game Room where we will either play a video game or kind of review maybe even a game magazine. AllThatPat, he gets a couple of magazines in the mail, so definitely you never know what might show up there. Thursday is I Stream, You Stream, where this Thursday we're going to be talking about the new show on Disney Plus, Loki, the new Marvel show there. So that show actually airs on Disney Plus on Wednesday, and so the next day, Thursday night, we're going to be talking about it. Our first episode is going to be, like I said, their first episode Wednesday, our first episode, full spoiler review Thursday night. So I am super stoked. I cannot wait to watch that. So definitely join us for that one. Friday, we've got our Funko Royalty, where I get to kind of show off my, Funko collection over there. Saturday is Mail Call Mail Time, where we will open up what we've gotten in the mail, whether it's from Amazon or who knows wherever else. We get a couple of fun crate boxes, whether it's a Dino Drac or Loot Crate. So definitely check us out and see what we've got opening up in the mail. Sunday is Call of the Wild. As we go out and about throughout the town, we will purchase things and we will show them what we've collected right here on Call of the Wild on Sunday nights. And then, of course, that brings us right back to Monday for Crazy Card Collecting, where we open all sorts of anything that is trading cards. And like I said, we've got lots and lots of cards coming up in the future. So definitely tune in.
Absolutely. Well, Lord Cash, has been a great night, and hope you guys also agree with me on that. That's been a great night. But make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, rip open those packs, see what you've got, because cards are crazy. Trying to get phrases. All right, adios.